Why is this game starting so early? Who is ready for this? Who is ready for this at 7 o'clock? Oh, man, guys. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Pocket pass to Vucevic, puts up the jump shot, can't knock it down. Actually, he does knock it down. Excuse me. I'm all flustered. They get it out to Anunoby. Pump fakes, driving to his right, middle of the lane. Gets swatted from Caruso. Impressive defensive play from Caruso. DeRozan brings it down, left side of the court, crosses over. He's got to pull it back out. Gets it out to Vucevic. Now over to Pat Bev. He's got it in the left corner, driving around Van Vliet, getting into the paint, gets stripped by Van Vliet. Siakam picks it up. He's coming down in transition all the way to the basket, tries to finish around Vucevic, and gets it to go. Susan, Andres, what's up? What's up? Who starts the game at 7 o'clock, ESPN? What are we doing? What are we doing? Caruso has it on the left wing, coming to his right, off of Vucevic's screen, kicks it out to Pat Bev, who spots up, puts up the three from the right wing, can't get it. Pirtle clears with a rebound, gets it in the hands of Siakam, he's bringing it down. Timberwolves Lakers were amazing the last 5 minutes. Yeah, but that game wasn't great. That game was not great. Pretty helter-skelter kind of game. Barnes has it in the post against Pat Bev, scores over him with the right hook in the post. I did have a good feeling the Lakers were going to win that, guys. I agree with you. DeRozan has it up top, coming to his left, goes for the pull-up jump shot, foul line extended, comes up long, Van Vliet with the rebound off the Siakam tip. Van Vliet bringing it down, middle of the court, crosses over after the pump fake, gets it out to Anunoby on the right wing, puts up the three, can't get it. Scotty Barnes, the offensive rebound, they swing it around to Siakam, straight away three, can't get it. Way off. Caruso with the rebound, he's bringing it down. Leaves it off for Levine on the left wing. He's got Van Vliet guarding him. He's going to pull it back out. Hesitation dribble to his right. Gets to the foul line. Fadeaway jumper. Knocks it down. Smooth game. Zach LaVine is such a smooth game. I want Timberwolves to win, but they gave a good fight. I like Anthony Edwards. I don't know about anybody else on that team. I like Anthony Edwards. Scotty Barnes has it off the drop-off from Van Vliet. He gets it to Pirtle, misses a point-blank layup. Caruso now has it. Siakam guarding him. Hands it off to Levine. He's got Siakam on him. Crosses over to his left on the left wing. Step back, fires the three. Comes up long. Pirtle clears with a rebound. Outlets it out to Barnes. Here comes Barnes. Gets it to Siakam. Siakam backing down Levine. It's a mismatch. Turns over the left shoulder, fades away, knocks it down. Easy. Easy. At the end of the day, the Lakers got the 7th seed. If they would have lost, they would have not survived another play-in game. That's fair. That's fair. Levine drives it all the way down and finishes strong over Pirtle. Levine's looked healthy to end the season, which I think is part of the reason why Chicago stormed to that 10th seed. So they were not going to make the play. Van Vliet driving to his right. Tries to finish high over Vucevic, can't get it. Levine with the rebound. He's bringing it down the right side of the court. In and out dribble. Siakam does a good job shutting him off. He leaves it off for Vucevic, who puts up the three straight away. Can't knock it down. Long rebound out to Van Vliet. Next Sunday, the Knicks have a 1 p.m. game. Oof. I'll be here, though. I'll be here. I'm going to be here for every Knick game. 100%. I will make time. Anunoby hesitation. Dribble goes along the baseline, along the left. Out of the left corner, draws a foul, going hard to the basket. It's a good, strong move from Anunoby. Oh, y'all don't got to worry about me being here for Knicks playoff games. I will make time for Knicks playoff games. Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. Levine bringing it down. Gets it over to Levine. Ooh, Levine drives it down and throws it over Siakam and Pirtle. There was another Toronto Raptor in there. Siakam, smooth Euro step in the paint, able to finish. This is immediately a much more entertaining game than last night's play-in games. Levine, hesitation dribble, gets to the paint, gets stripped, but he's able to get it back, gets it out to DeRozan, who spots up straightaway three, comes up long. Siakam clears with a rebound. Here comes Van Vliet, right side of the court, gets it into Anunoby. Anunoby face up on DeRozan, puts up the long-range jump shot, can't get it. Beverly with the rebound. He's bringing it down, middle of the court. Crossing over to his right, coming off of Vucevic's screen. Now he gets it out to Vucevic, who pops to three. Swings it over to DeRozan, back out to Vuce. They swing it over to Pat Bev, who pump fake from three. Now they get it back out to Vucevic on a nice driving kick from Pat Bev. And Vucevic can't deliver with a three. He misses it. Anunoby with the rebound. Here comes Siakam. Caruso's going to pick him up. Tips the dribble away from Siakam. Siakam gets it back. He's driving it in. They swing it over in the corner to Scotty Barnes for a three. He converts. Good ball movement. We can't see the score. True. I forgot. ESPN doesn't allow you to see that kind of stuff. Got you. Let me set that up. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Sure. We can do this. We can do that. We can do that. I can at least do this. All right. Now I can do this. This is... All right, that's gonna stay. That's gonna stay off. Man. I need a display capture? No, I need a window capture. ESPN really, yeah. Yeah, ESPN doesn't matter how much you crop it. ESPN doesn't let you mirror any of their video. An existing one. Team time score. Sure. Where is it? Is it this? That's not it. There we go. This is going to be this one. There we go. Awesome. Box score. All right, so I can at least give you guys this. I could at least give you this. Right. It's something. It's at least something. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, all right. Oh, cool. Awesome. Hey, whoa, bucko. Big Task, what's up, Big Task? All right, so I guess I'll just do this. I guess we'll just do this. I guess I'll just do this. And then I guess I'll just do this. And then I guess I'll just do this. It's something for now. So we can figure out a better way of doing this. Bum, bum. Do something. All right. Caruso. able to score on a layup off a pass from Vucevic, it seemed like. Siakam bringing it down over to Barnes. Gets it over to VanVleet on the left side of the court. Now he dribbles it over to the middle. Pat Williams is in the game. They get it over to Anunoby, now inside the Pirtle. Out to Siakam on the right corner. Caruso guarding Siakam. He's driving it to his left. Loses the ball. Pat Williams picks it up. He's going all the way, one-on-one, and throws it down over VanVleet, who's guarding him up front, and Siakam, who's trying to chase him down. Good strong take. Good strong take. Pirtle tries to feed Siakam inside. Bad pass. Caruso comes up with the steal. Here comes LaVine, left side of the court. Anunoby's going to pick him up. He's going to take him to the post. Now he's going to walk it back out to the three-point line. Driving to the right. Step back. Puts up the three. Can't get it. Siakam with the rebound. Chicago not shooting well, but it's only 12-15. It's impressive that they're still in the game. Siakam taking him into the post. Gets stripped, but they call a foul. They call a foul on Pat Bev. Reaching in on Siakam, who had him in the post. This is not good. It is what it is. Like VanVleet and Trent Jr. I'm a Pat Williams fan. I like Patrick Williams' game. I tell you what, I don't like Scotty Barnes. I wouldn't mind seeing the Raptors lose. They're also an extremely annoying team. Wouldn't mind seeing them lose. Siakam makes the first, misses the second. Chicago clears with a rebound. Here comes Caruso. Caruso. On the right side of the court, right wing. They get it into Vucevic in the post. He's got Pirtle on him. Throws it cross court to Pat Bev in the opposite corner. Pat Bev drives, kicks out to Pat Williams. He pump fakes, gets to the mid-range, puts up the jumper, way long. Boucher with the rebound. Outlet out to VanVleet on the right side of the court, coming to his left, gets to the middle. Caruso chases him, stays with him. Now, VanVleet coming to his right off a Pirtle screen. And it's going to be a legal screen on Pirtle. Caruso fighting over it. Impressive. I'm bringing it back to ESPN if it's the Knicks. If I had another person helping me out with the production side of things, I could have my own scoreboard, time and score and whatnot, and I could update it as the game went on for situations like this. But doing the commentary and then doing the scoreboard and then paying attention to chat, all that at the same time just isn't going to work out. And I'd rather pay attention to the other two than the third thing. Vucevic goes into the paint, spins on Boucher, throws it up with the right hook, knocks it down. VanVleet coming to his left. He's got Kobe White on him. Drives it in, goes to the floater, looking to draw a foul. Air ball. Vucevic with the rebound. Here comes DeRozan. Left side of the court. Anunoby's going to pick him up. Crosses over to his left. Euro step in the paint. Kicks it out to Patrick Williams. They swing it out to Kobe White. Kobe White driving to his left. Drop off pass to Vucevic, who loses it. Gets it back. Throws up the right hook. Comes up short. VanVleet with the rebound. He's pushing middle of the court in transition. Going all the way. Gets blocked by Caruso by behind. No foul call as VanVleet hit the deck hard. But it's going to be out of bounds. Toronto ball. I'm right here calling you already. Just do what you do. It's like the three things. There are three things that mainly go into doing this, and you could only value two of them, right? If you're doing it alone, you could only value two of them. And the two that I choose to value is paying attention to the chat and calling the game. If I stop doing one of those, then I could pay attention to the scoreboard. As VanVleet hits a three out of the corner off the inbound. VanVleet struggling a little bit, finally gets one to fall. Here comes DeRozan, left side of the court. Anunoby guarding him. Hesitation dribble, crossover to his left, gets to the pull-up, rims in and out. Siakam with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Throws it up ahead to Boucher, almost lost it, gets into the paint, gets blocked by Vucevic. Out to the Soon Moves, driving it in, gets into the right wing to Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams stepped out of bounds. A little too close to the sideline there. Oh, man. It's been a long day. Here comes Siakam, right side of the court. Patrick Williams guarding him. Gets it over the right wing. Now swings it over to Van Vliet. He's got it up top. Kobe White guarding him. Patrick Williams switches onto him. They get it out to Siakam with Kobe White. He's forced to switch on him. Siakam going one-on-one. Settles for a long pull-up two. Knocks it down over Kobe White anyway. Here comes Kobe. Kobe White there is coming to his left off of Vucevic screen. Drops it off to Vucevic. Now out to Pat Williams, who dribbles it up. Over to Kobe White, back to Pat Williams. They get it into the post with Vucevic, Pirtle guarding him. Backing him down along the baseline. Spins towards the middle with the left hand. Puts it up with the hook shot and gets it to go over Pirtle. It's a good move from Vucevic there. Van Vliet coming to his right. Pocket pass to Pirtle. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Puts up the three from the left wing. Rattles in and out. Can't get it. Vucevic, good rebound. DeRozan was in there fighting for the rebound too. Gang rebounding for the Bulls. It's impressive. DeRozan splits a couple of defenders. Gets to the basket. No foul call. Van Vliet able to pick up the wild rebound. Here he comes. Left side of the court. Dribbling it towards the middle. Picks his dribble up. Gets it into Siakam in the post. He's got the Sunmu on him. Swings through. He's going to put him in the post. They kick it out to Van Vliet. Catch and shoot straight away. And he knocks it down. Ooh. Friday night, you might have a hard time sleeping. Yeah. Saturday's going to be a tough day. Saturday's going to be a tough day. As Patrick Williams misses another pull-up jumper. Saturday's going to be a tough day for me because I'm going to be waiting all day for 6 o'clock. Van Vliet drives it all the way on Kobe White and hits an up and under layup. Put some English on it, high off the glass. After struggling early, Van Vliet, 8-point first quarter so far. DeRozan going one-on-one, gets to the basket, puts it up with the left hand, and finishes the and one over Anunoby. Impressive play. I'll tell you what, this is a lot more entertaining than the Miami-Atlanta game was already. A lot more to do going on. Better than yesterday's game? Yeah, by a mile. Yesterday's game was pretty rough. Not a very entertaining game. I feel like Miami doesn't really play entertaining games. The only time I've been entertained by a Miami game this year was when they played the Knicks, and that's because I had a vested interest in that game with my Knicks. I think Friday I'll go to bed just fine. It's gonna be Saturday. Waiting around all day on Saturday thinking about the game, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. My bad. My bad. That was just a really silly commercial. Seemed like Miami just gave up from the beginning. Yeah, it looked like they didn't really have it. It looked like they didn't really have it from the jump. And Atlanta took advantage of it. They look like an old team that's had a long season that didn't really have the guys. and Atlanta looked like they were ready to go. Everyone showed up. I was really impressed with the kid off the bench, Jalen Johnson, who's in his second year out of Duke. I was really impressed with him. I thought he had a huge impact on that game. Bum, 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 bum. I definitely see a lot of people wearing Knicks gear. Yeah, I definitely wear my Knicks hat everywhere. Definitely been wearing my Knicks hat everywhere. All right, cool. Are no games tomorrow. The play-in games on Friday, and then Saturday the playoffs start. We're not the first game. Brooklyn Philly is the first game at 1. Hawks Celtics at 3:30. And then Knicks at 6. Cool. Cool. You know where we're gonna be. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Let's get back. Chicago scored already. We just got back. Scotty Barnes got it on the right wing. DeRozan guarding him. Over to Van Vliet. Kobe White guarding him. Coming to his left. Nope. Puts up the straightaway 3. Knocks it down as Kobe White backed off just a smidge. Van Vliet noticed and put it right up. Knocked it down. Toronto with an 8-point lead. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first. Kobe White driving it in. Kicks it out to Pat Williams. Puts up the 3. Swishes it himself. Here comes Van Vliet, bringing it down, holding it for the last shot of the quarter here. Van Vliet splits the pick and roll, gets to the paint, tries to go for a reverse, got blocked. The Soon move gets it over to Pat Williams, puts up the 3 at the buzzer, can't get it to go. That's the end of the first quarter, 23-28. 23-28. Van Vliet, 4 for 8. DeRozan, 3 for 7. 11 for Van Vliet, 6 for DeRozan. Feel like it's gone both ways. Both teams playing well. The scary part for Toronto, I would say, is that Chicago hasn't really knocked down any shots. I think that Miami didn't want to go any further so that they would have to face a sweep. I mean, they are now going to be playing for the 8 seed. And if they win that, right, if they get named to the 8 seed, they have to play Milwaukee, which I don't think is a particularly good matchup for them, versus playing Boston, which I think they match up a little bit better against Boston and historically played a little bit better against Boston. So there's that. I'm gonna go get some food, and then I'll be right back. We're not on Saturday yet. It's Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. I'll be right back. Oh, man. Ooh. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. There we go. Here we go. Siakam has it up top. Andre Drummond kicks it out to Anunoby, puts up the three from the right corner, can't get it. Achua tips out the rebound, but DeRozan able to get it. DeRozan has it on the right wing. Kobe White straight away. Pump fake, gets to the rim, throws the lob to Drummond, who's able to finish at the basket over Scotty Barnes. Siakam, left side, has it up top. Andre Drummond guarding him. That's an interesting matchup. Step back, pull up long two for Siakam. Splashes it. Levine bringing it down, right side of the court. Is that Scotty Barnes guarding him? Okay, interesting. Levine blows by, drops it off to Drummond again. He tries to put it up. And Scotty Barnes comes up with a block this time behind him. Trent Jr. has it. Gets it over to Siakam up top. Fakes the handoff. Now gets it over to Scotty Barnes. He drives it in. Little up and under finish for Scotty Barnes. Put a little jelly on it. Okay. Here comes DeRozan. With Anunoby guarding him. Has Anunoby come out of the game at all so far? He's driving it to his right. Gets into the paint. Gets the foul call on Achua, who's a little too slow in established position. Blocking foul. DeRozan couldn't finish. He's going to the line for two. Neither of these teams really have rim protection. Rosen is the first free throw. As usual. Rosen goes two for two with the line. Trent Jr. has it up top. Drummond forced to switch onto him. Gets it over to Anunoby, who's open on the right corner. Knocks it down. Bulls helping way too far off of a guy who can knock down the corner three. You think people are sleeping on the Pelicans? I do. Well, to be fair, Levine drives it in, got the ball stripped out of his hands. Nope, it's going to be a foul. Not a strip. To be fair about the Pelicans, they were awful mid-season. They had a great start to the season. They were awful, bad mid-season. And then turned it on to end the season, ended it on a pretty good note. Where's Trent Jr.? He's out there doing his thing. Hasn't really done much so far. We just got into the game. Achua has it up top. Over to Barnes on the right wing. Driving it to his left off a screen. Drummond switches onto him. Scotty Barnes wants it back up top. In and out dribble. DeRozan now switches onto him. They get it over to Siakam. Siakam coming to his right. Being guarded by Drummond. Goes to a pull-up two. Well defended by Drummond. Air ball. Shot clock violation. I feel like the Bulls are uncharacteristically playing really solid defense right now. Here comes Scotty over to Gary Trent Jr. Puts up the three. Can't get it. Trent Jr. tried to draw a foul on Pat Bev, closing out for three. They drop it off to Achua, driving it in, and able to finish through contact around Vucevic. Here comes Pat Bev, who's back in the game, along with Vucevic, along with Levine. Levine has it up top with Achua guarding him. Putting the dribble moves on him, crosses over to his left, step back, and they call a carry on Levine. Wow, you don't see that call often. I feel like both teams are playing hard. This is a good game. Barnes has it. Just a handoff from Pirtle now. Has it up top. Hands it off to Siakam on the right wing. He puts up the three. Still we're going under the screen. Hits the front rim. Can't get it. Out of bounds. Ball goes back to Chicago. Here we go. Pat Bev bringing it down. Coming to his right. Leaves it off for Vucevic up top. They denied Levine the ball. Back to Pat Bev up top. Pirtle switches onto him. They throw it over the top, or try to throw it over the top to Vucevic, but Scotty Barnes tips it away over to Siakam. He's now driving in transition, kicks it out to Anunoby. They do a good job running him off the line. Anunoby back out to Barnes with Trent Jr. He has it up top now. Gets the handoff from Pirtle. One dribble, pull up two, knocks it down. Levine has it up top to Vucevic, who drives it right into Pirtle. No foul call. Over to Levine. Levine kicks it out. Kobe White in the corner. Jab step back over to Vucevic. Long two inside to Levine. One dribble. Puts it up reverse. Knocks it down. Excellent ball movement. They could have settled for a couple of bad shots there, but good ball movement from the Bulls. Scotty Barnes drives the right past. Ooh, drove it right past Caruso, but Caruso comes from behind and tips the ball out of bounds. Nobody really likes Brooks from the Grizzlies, but I do. I'm right with everybody else, Susan. Don't agree with you on that one. How could you like Brooks? Yuck. Yuck. I really don't like the Grizzlies at all. I don't think they have anybody on that team who I would like to root for. Maybe Zaire Williams? I think there's a good team ball so far. No one person has really dominated on either side. Siakam with 10, 5 for 8. Anunoby's hit 2 threes. Barnes doing a little bit. He's got 7. Pirtle struggled a bit. He does have 2 boards and 2 assists. Van Vliet's chipped in 11. Their bench just got into the game. We'll wait to pass judgment on that. Gary Trent Jr. and Precious Achiuwa have already scored a bucket. I thought Pat Williams had some good minutes. He scored 5. I think Drummond, he's been a big body. He's got 2. I felt his impact a little bit. Kobe White, 2 points, 3 assists. He's been a good ball mover out there. Dosunmu, haven't really felt his presence out there. Frank, what's up, Frank? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like John Moran, he flies like a bird in running sneakers. I get it. I get it. With all the stuff that's happening with him off court, though, I'm just gonna wait on it, see how it all turns out. Is it a blip, or is it him showing who he is as a person? We'll wait and see. Is it a young kid making bad decisions, or is it just a dude who has a bunch of money and his true colors are showing? We'll see. We'll see. He said all the right things so far. Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Let's go Raptors. Or Raptors fans tonight? I don't know. I kind of like Chicago. Don't mind Chicago being in the play. All right, let's get back to it. Siakam puts up a corner three for Vucevic and knocks it down. Pat Bev bringing it down. Coming to the right wing. Feeds it into the post. Vucevic one-on-one against Pirtle. Kicks it out to Caruso. Swings it over to Kobe White. Catch and shoot from the left corner. He swishes it. Good ball movement from both sides. Now both sides are knocking down shots. Back and forth. Toronto with a 5-point lead. Been close all game. Van Vliet. Ooh, somehow Scotty Barnes got wide open under the basket and he's able to score around a couple of Chicago Bulls defenders. How did that happen? Kobe White has it. Driving to his right, middle of the lane, gets into the paint, tries to finish over Pirtle, and he does. Good finish from Kobe White. Van Vliet's back into the game, bringing it down right side of the court. Pat Bev going to pick him up. Coming to his left, crosses back over to his right. Levine's now on him. Now he's coming back to his left. Vucevic showing, gets back. They kick it in the corner to Siakam, who's driving it in on Caruso. Tries to finish over him. They call a foul on Caruso as Siakam's going to the line for two. Couldn't convert the layup, but he's going to the line for two. Now, the team defenses, a little lacking. I think they're giving good individual effort, but you could see why they were the 9 and 10 seeds. But overall, I think both teams have been solid. It's hard for young players for all of a sudden becoming millionaires. They should give them financial advisors from the gate. I think they do. Maybe they don't give them financial advisors, but they definitely give them financial advice. But I agree with you, which is why I'm not judging him too harshly. But you know, we'll see how his career unfolds, what kind of decisions he makes as he gets older and more mature. And hopefully this is just a blip and he learns his lesson. But we've seen players like him, superstar players, kind of throw it all away, making bad decisions off the court. So we'll see how his career plays out, how he plays out. Pat Bev puts up the three, misses it. Van Vliet with the rebound, he's bringing it down. Gets it into Siakam. Pat Bev guarding him. It's a mismatch. Step back, fade away two. Doesn't force it. Gets to his spot, knocks it down. Over Pat Bev. Good patience from Siakam, and it looks like Toronto's pulling away a little bit. Chicago's struggling a little bit to keep up offensively. Kobe White forced to pull it back out. It crosses over to his left. Pirtle was guarding him. Leaned in, looked like he was trying to draw a foul, but able to finish anyway. Scotty Barnes was there. Didn't want to commit the foul. Backed off a little bit. Megan, what's up, Megan? Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Then Siakam has it in the post again. This time Kobe White guarding him. He's backing him down. Turns over the left shoulder. Fires. Knocks down the fadeaway as Pat Williams tried to come and help. Didn't matter. Siakam able to score it anyway. Siakam got it going. He is hooping. He's got 19 points. He's 8 for 11 from the field. They swing it over to Pat Bev, wide open in the corner for three. He misses it long. Vucevic tries to tip it out, but gets into the hands of Anunoby out in transition. And he charges right into DeRozan. DeRozan draws the charge. It looks like Toronto wants to try and challenge that charge call. Anunoby also converted the layup. So, are they going to go and review this? If they do review this and they decide to overturn it, they give Anunoby the bucket, don't they? And the Raptors beat us badly because they seem to all be over 7 feet except their PG, true. But they don't have a true. They didn't have a true center at the time. Now they do. DeRozan missed the floater, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in on another floater. Toronto didn't decide to challenge that. So the play keeps going. Van Vliet has it, pulls it back out. Good defense from Kobe White, keeping him out of the paint. Van Vliet forces the switch. Now they get into Pirtle. Pirtle hands it off to Anunoby, who gets fouled by Vucevic. Vucevic arguing came up with a clean block, but they called the foul. It's sadder to see vets make dumb financial decisions after playing for season and ending up broke. It is. It's sad either way. To see somebody come into a ton of money and then throw it all away on a dumb decision. Anunoby at the line for two. And the timeout for Toronto. Or was it Chicago? Someone called the timeout. Look, I can just go to the green screen and you're not going to see anything. You see this down here? Chicago Bulls versus Toronto Raptors. This is what I'm watching. See, you can see the playback comes on. ESPN doesn't, they have an encoder on screen so that you can see what I see. Which is why I can't get the score up for you guys. And again, I would create my own scoreboard and keep track of it and stop the timer and keep the timer going. But it would pull my focus away from doing other things like giving you guys the play-by-play or interacting with chat, stuff like that. So, for now, for this season, we're just going to keep it like this. Unfortunately. I feel you paid. This is my dinner. I did not eat dinner yet today, man. Randy, what's up, Randy? I'm going through some Knicks withdrawals. I feel like I'm gonna be feeling like that either tomorrow or Friday. But for now, I have a really busy week at work, and so I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good right now because I know more games are coming, and I know highly competitive games are coming. So I'm hyped for that. So for now, I'm okay. Speaking of bets, what's going to happen with D Rose if the Knicks don't elect to keep him on the roster next year? Um, well, if the Knicks don't elect to keep him on the roster, I assume he'll probably get signed to a team to the veterans minimum. Maybe a team like Milwaukee, I could see him fitting with, but I don't know. I don't know. Late, but I'm here. Can't wait for Knicks ball. I would have been late too. I don't know why they started the game at 7. And every game ever starts at 7:30. It just makes no sense. Just makes no sense to me. Here we go. Kobe White bringing it down. Is that Will Barton in the game? I forgot Will Barton was on Toronto. Vucevic has it in the post against Pirtle on the right baseline. Backing him down, spins over the right shoulder, throws it up with the right, spins over the left shoulder, throws it up with the right hand, knocks it down. Van Vliet coming to his left off the Pirtle screen. They get it inside to Barnes. Looked like Pat Williams got a little bit of a piece of it. Shot came up short. Bulls with the rebound, and here comes DeRozan, driving it in, kicks it out to Vucevic. They swing it around over to Levine, pump fakes, drives it, and Levine stepped out of bounds off of the pump fake. Come on, guys. That's the second time that's happened to y'all. Van Vliet has it up top. Kobe White guarding him, coming to his right off the Pirtle screen. Tries to drop it off the Pirtle. It's a loose ball. Van Vliet able to pick it back up and save the possession. Pulls up way downtown from the logo, way long. Pirtle able to grab the rebound. Gets it out to Will Barnes for a wide open 3. Can't get it. Scotty Barnes goes up for the rebound and put back. Can't get it, but it is fouled on the way up. Scotty Barnes is the first free throw. Scotty Barnes goes 2 for 2. I wonder if this is the last game for the losing coach. Probably not. They swing it over to Vucevic in the corner. Chicago, Vucevic picks it up, and he traveled with it. Chicago losing a bit of the rope. Toronto building up a lead. But a ton of turnovers for Chicago piling up now. It is still 5-5 in the turnover department, but and it's hard for me to. I don't think Toronto would fire Nick Nurse. I think he would move on if he got another job opportunity. Siakam got fouled coming off the screen along the baseline off ball. And as far as Billy Donovan in Chicago, I mean, he lost his starting point guard, Lonzo Ball, for a year and a half now, 2 years, 2 seasons it's been since he's had him. So and he's probably not going to have him again for next season. You can't blame him for that. For the Bulls coach, it's hard for Chicago because they lost such an important part of their team with Lonzo being out. You even forget Lonzo's on the team. But he's such an important piece of what they did. Siakam goes 1 for 2 at the line. Caruso has it on the right wing. Gets it into Vucevic in the post. Pirtle guarding him. Gets it into Pat Williams, who cut across the base, the foul line. Can knock down the pull-up jumper. Foul line extended. Toronto with the rebound. Scottie Barnes attacking Caruso off the dribble. Kicks it out to Van Vliet, who pump fakes, driving it to his right. Now kicks it out to Siakam, who's driving it to his right. Goes to the floater off glass. Can't get it to go down. Loose ball. Out of bounds on Toronto. Chicago ball. 9-point deficit for Chicago. A minute to go here in the second quarter. Let's see if they can... See, this game's going way faster than the Atlanta game did. LaVine misses an up and under layup under the basket. Toronto coming the other way. Siakam has it in the post against Caruso. Spins. Loses his balance. Throws it away. Pat Williams comes up with the steal. Here comes LaVine in transition. Knocks down an easy layup. Here comes Van Vliet, bringing it down the middle of the court. Coming to his left off a Pirtle screen. Driving it all the way. Kicks it in the corner to a wide open Anunoby. Comes up well short. And a foul on Chicago trying to box out Jakob Pirtle. So the ball is going to stay down here. What happened to Zoe again? It's his knees. It's his knees. He can't get his knees healthy. So he had surgery last offseason. And during the entire season, the reports were saying that he still felt discomfort and some pain with walking. And so he couldn't play. They couldn't clear him to play. Could barely even practice. They said it hurt. He felt pain going up and down stairs. So he didn't play all season. And then with like a month and a half remaining in the season, they announced that he's going to have surgery and is going to miss all of next season as well to try and correct the problem. But his career is looking like it might be over, which is truly unfortunate because he is a really good player. He's not the Hall of Fame level point guard that people touted him to be when he came into the league, but he's a really good player that really started to find his niche in the league. And it's unfortunate that his career has been cut short like this. It's almost 3 full seasons now he's missed with injuries. LaVine has it on the left wing. He's going to hold it for what should be the final shot. It's about a 2.5 second difference, game clock and shot clock. LaVine over to DeRozan. DeRozan has it inside the paint. There's a little double team. They get it over to Williams, who got rejected in the paint. He gets it back, and that's a shot clock violation. 2.1 seconds remaining. Pirtle met Patrick Williams at the summit in the paint and rejected him. Peter, what's up, Peter? Welcome back. The Bulls got some good players. Don't understand why they suck. They were playing without a point guard for a while. That's unfortunate. Oh, Van Vliet threw up a prayer from half court and got it to go in. Oh, it might be Toronto's night. They're hitting shots like that. It might be Toronto's night. Wow. 2 dribbles, gets to that. There are 3 Chicago Bulls surrounding him. Obviously, it's tough to contest that because you don't want to foul. I thought Caruso defends it well. DeRozan even kind of swipes half-heartedly, but again, you don't want to foul. So they defended it as well as you can, and he swishes it anyway. Sorry, what was I saying? Bulls. Susan said the Bulls have some good players. I don't understand why they suck. It's tough when they lost their point guard. Like, he was a huge component of what they did and why they succeeded. I also believe that, like, when your 3 best players are all poor defenders, DeRozan, LaVine, and Vucevic, it's just going to fall apart. At some point, it's going to fall apart. And it did. It did. Oh, that was Randy. Who said that. Sorry. Susan, everyone expects the Bulls to be the same team as FMJ still playing. It's crazy. I mean, I think it comes from... it's halftime, right? It's halftime. I think it comes from... what was it? Last season? Was it last season? Or 2 seasons ago? No, I think it was last season. No, it might have been 2 seasons ago. where they were like at one point early in the season they were like the 3 seed or the 2 seed in the East, and like everything was clicking and they were all playing great and everyone was healthy and all of that. And so I think part of it comes from that time of seeing the potential of what could have been. But like that was a hot streak. It was gonna go downhill. Like I said, when your three best players are all offensive first players and none of them have a reputation or at any point in their career have been seen as a defensive guy at all, it's gonna fall apart at some point. It just is. And Med, any word about the Dallas investigation regarding the top 10 protected Knicks pick? No, no word yet. Just an internal investigation. I don't think that the penalty is going to be unprotecting the pick or giving the pick to the Knicks or anything like that. I don't think that would be the penalty. I think if they did anything with the pick, they would take the pick away. I think that is what would happen, and there would just be 29 picks in the first round. I don't think they would give the Knicks the pick. But again, I've said this before. I don't think that happens. I think what happens is they give Mark Cuban a heavy fine. Maybe they take some future second round picks away or something. But I don't think they take the pick or anything like that. Unfortunately, I think the right thing to do is to just take their pick away in whatever way they deem that to be fair, in terms of like whether they just take the pick and there's only 29 first round picks, or unprotect the pick and give the pick to the Knicks, or something like that. But I don't know. Obviously, a decision probably most likely has to come before the NBA draft, which is in June. Is it in June? No, it's in July. So that would mean there's what? We're in April, so May, June, so 2.5 months. They got 2.5 to 3 months, 2 to 3 months to figure out what the penalty is going to be for Dallas, which is just like. But again, I don't think you hear anything about that until we get closer to the draft. At least until after the season. I don't think they want a ton. I think they want to focus on the media to be focused on basketball right now and not on potential penalties for Dallas in the draft that's going to happen in the off season. After the season ends, I go through basketball withdrawals. Me too, 100% me too. I go back and rewatch old regular season games that I have recorded. That's what I do during the off season. I either do that, or I go play basketball, or I play 2K or something. Those are the three ways I try and cope with my basketball fix. That's VanVleet. I know. What an annoying team they can be. Great for Toronto. Sucks for the 29 other teams. I picked Toronto 117, 116, but it's looking like a rout. I don't know, Peter. I don't know. They definitely have the momentum and definitely built the momentum as the game went on. But I thought Chicago played pretty well in that first quarter, especially in that first quarter. But the second quarter, I feel like was all Toronto. 2 girls, 1 cup. What's good, cheap? Interesting name. I never saw Lonzo as a threat in the NBA. He looks too fragile. I mean, his body has definitely turned out to be very fragile, which is just unfortunate. He was a really good player. He was really skilled. He became a knockdown 3-point shooter. Had supreme vision with the ball in his hands. Was like just top 1% passer in the NBA. Like, he had phenomenal vision. Kept the ball moving. Was a really good facilitator in the league. His off the dribble game was what limited him the most. wasn't really a driver or anything like that, but um, his defense also, he started to focus on his defense, and that's what I think really set him apart from being like, okay, he's a cool role player to being like, oh, he's a legit starting point guard again. Um, and it's just unfortunate that as he was figuring that out and developing and getting better, that his career's been cut short with the injuries. Lonzo had a weird jump shot. Yeah, he had a weird jump shot. He definitely worked to fix it, which I think is commendable. A lot of people try and do that and it doesn't work out and their percentages never really increase. He did that. And like it was a dramatic change. It wasn't a slight change, it was a dramatic change. Which I guess you could argue helped, but still, very impressive. What time are we on Saturday? Susan got you 6 p.m., Peter. 6 p.m. on Saturday. We will be here for sure. You better be on your A game Saturday. Don't use your voice up on these minor league games. I'm gonna be good, Peter. I'm gonna be good. Trust. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Saw one of your old videos. Hope you feel better this year about Coach Thibodeau. I recorded a video that I never got around to. I appreciate you going back and watching the old videos. The reason why I haven't made any new videos is because looking back, I don't like those old videos. I was definitely way too reactionary and allowed myself to be way too emotional about certain things, and I just don't want to be that person. And so I kind of took a step back and uh, reanalyzed what I really wanted to do with this channel, and those videos weren't a representation of what I wanted to do with these channels. So I just kind of was like, all right, let me step back and let me figure out how I really want to do this. And so I will at some point get back to making videos. I recorded a video that I never got around to really editing about that exact topic, about why there weren't any new videos for a while. But that's pretty much the gist of the video. Is that I didn't really like them. I didn't really think they were a good representation of my opinions on the team. And I thought they progressively got worse. And so I had to take a step back and realize what did I really want to do with this channel. And so that's why you haven't seen any more videos. But I appreciate you going back and watching them. I'm not ashamed of them. I just don't really think they're very good. You know, I want to make them better. Which is why I kept them up. I could have, you know, taken them down or privated them or something like that. And I thought about doing that, but I was like, nah, it's a good learning lesson. Keep them up. Let people see who you were. Or in some way like that. Do you think Nick Nurse or Tibbs is the better coach? I don't know. Kind of hard to tell. Maybe Tibbs. Maybe not. It's too hard to tell. I think someone put it really well recently where they said the same way players have good and bad seasons, coaches could have good and bad seasons. And right now Thibodeau's having a good season coaching. Nurse is struggling a little bit as a coach this year. And I thought that was really insightful because I never really thought of it that way, and I suppose it's true. But something I have come to realize, and I want to like start screaming this from the mountaintops, is we got to stop looking at coaching in the NBA as one specific person. Like it is a coaching staff. Like I think part of the reason why Tibbs has excelled as a coach this year is because I think there's part of him that has really leaned on his assistants a little bit more than I think he usually does. And I think it's really helped out his coaching this year, right? I think Johnny Bryant, you've seen all the stories, you've heard all the stories. Like people have written about this, about how much Johnny Bryant has influenced a lot of the younger players on the Knicks and even Randall. And I think that is something that Tibbs isn't really all that good at doing. And I think relying on your assistants for stuff like that and maybe relying on you, who was supposed like this basketball guru who understands the X's and O's and game playing and all that. Okay, you're good at that, but you're not good at some of the other stuff, so you can delegate the other stuff. And so we have to start looking at coaching staffs as a whole, and start giving praise and laying out blame accordingly instead of saying it's one person versus one person. So I don't think it really comes down to that all that often. Nurses want a chip, Tibbs not yet. Fair. Nick Nurse also inherited a significantly better team than Tibbs has ever had. But a fair point. You're alright, Chef. Yeah, like what you're doing. See the difference from all the old videos. It takes time in life to do what you want and how you want. Yeah, I get you, Randy. I get you. It was definitely a good experience in terms of like you just get into a mode of like recording and then editing and then recording and then editing, and you don't really put in as much thought as you should. At least I wasn't in the videos, and I think that was a good learning moment of like stepping back and looking back at the videos and being like, oh wait, these aren't good. These are not representative of how I want my content to be and how like I actually am. Like I can't edit the live streams, right? Like the camera just hits me and I just go. So what you guys are seeing is like just me. That's it. It's not an edited version of me. And what you see in the videos is an edited version of me. I sat down and picked the clips I wanted and all of that. And I think that I got a little too comfortable with that. And it wasn't a good representation of who I was and my basketball opinions and how I give my basketball opinions and stuff like that. And so I just wanted to be better, and that was it. That was it. And I'm gonna be better, right? I'm gonna have better content in the future. That's the goal. I'm be in playoff mode on Saturday. I'll be my best trash talking to Knicks haters. Who's playing tonight? Well, obviously we're watching the Chicago Bulls Toronto Raptors playing game. But after this, there's one other game. It's the Pelicans versus the Thunder and the 9-10 matchup for the West. I hope Sheffy don't block me though. As long as you don't get crazy, you can trash talk all you want. But I guess I would say the rules are like don't get personal and don't say anything particularly wild, right? If you've noticed on the live streams, I try not to curse and I try to keep it as family friendly as I can. Just for it's basketball. I don't want to get all crazy on here, cursing and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do some some unfiltered, not safe for work, uncensored live streams in the future. But for now, I want to keep it family friendly. You know, maybe at some point we make another channel, and on that channel we can be a little more uncensored. But here I like to keep it cordial, like to keep it family friendly, stuff like that. But you're free to talk your talk in the chat, right? But like I said, don't get personal. Keep it about basketball and the sport. That's all, really basic. I think those are basic life rules when you're interacting with people you don't really know. Try not to get too personal. Try not to get personal at all. Oh, we're back in it already. Caruso turns it over, trying to feed the opposite corner. Can't get it. Toronto ends up with it. Van Vliet pushing the other way. He's got it on the left wing. Now coming to his right. Pat Beverly chasing him around the screen. Nice pass from Van Vliet to Pirtle inside for an easy layup. Van Vliet playing good defense on Levine here. Levine driving it to his right now. Back out to Vucevic. He puts up the three. Comes up long. Siakam with the rebound. He's driving it down. He's got Caruso on him. He's going to back him down. He's got it below the foul line. Caruso comes from behind, comes up with the steal, but then they call a late foul on Caruso. Wow. I'm a good crazy. I believe it. I believe it. There's definitely good crazy out there. Siakam has it up top with Caruso guarding him. Comes off the screen, inside the Pirtle, drops it off to Anunoby for an easy dunk along the baseline. That's what happens when you bring us off double team. If you can get it into the middle of the court, you're leaving your teammates open or vulnerable to backdoor cuts like that. Levine bringing it down, Van Vliet on him. Gets it into DeRozan. DeRozan has Anunoby guarding him. And DeRozan coming to his one dribble to his left, kicks it in the corner to Caruso, puts up the three, comes up short. And Pirtle with the rebound. Here comes Van Vliet. Coming to his left. Pat Bev guarding him. He snakes the pick and roll. Now kicks it out to a wide open Anunoby on the right wing. Can't cash out. Loose ball. Vucevic able to pick it up. Here comes Levine, left side of the court. Van Vliet going to pick him up. Coming to his right, middle of the court now. Tried to get it into Vucevic. Anunoby saw it a mile away. Drives it down. And Levine reaches in and fouls him in transition. So Anunoby going to the line for two. Levine obviously doesn't agree with it. Do you think the Raptors are playing well enough to beat the Heat for the 8th seed? Yeah, I do. Miami had an awful showing against Atlanta, and Toronto's having a pretty impressive showing tonight. If there's nonsense in the chat, I don't read it purposely. Kind of just skim over it. Keep it moving. That's all I'll say about what's going on in there. Let me finish my food up, man. DeRozan 5 for 10, Vucevic 4 for 9. He's 0 for 3 from 3. That's not helping. Pat Bev is 0 for 3. Russo 1 for 2. Levine 4 for 8. Still with 9. Kobe White is 9. He's hit all 4 of his shots. Pat Williams getting shots up. He's 2 for 7. He's got 5 points, 2 steals. I thought he was really impactful when he was out there. I would probably pull like Caruso to start in lineup and go with Pat Williams. It's just not really working out for Chicago here. They're down 15. 10 minutes to go in the third. Tsudmu only played 4 minutes. Drummond only played 4 minutes. I thought Kobe White and Pat Williams, who played majority of the minutes so far, played really well. Any new updates on Randall? They asked. I saw an interview earlier. I was trying to remember exactly what they said. They asked Tom Thibodeau about it, and he said the only update he gave was the only update he gave on Randall was that he's been better and better every day, and he's progressing more and more every day, and so that's a positive sign. He hasn't stagnated at all in his recovery, and he hasn't had any kind of setbacks. Um, so when he says something like that, the way I take it is he's ramping up for game one, but I think he's kind of at the mercy of the specialists and the doctors who will give him the okay or not to go. I think he goes. I think he'll be ready for game one personally. Ananobi at the line for two. He only had one more coming, which he converted. DeRozan with the pull-up jumper gets blocked by Ananobi. Barnes going the other way. Misses the easy layup. Pat Bev pushing. Vucevic has it up top. Hands it off to Levine. Levine driving to his left. In the corner to Pat Bev with pump fakes. Now he's driving it all the way to the basket. Kicks it out to DeRozan, who he's driving from the three-point line. Gets challenged at the rim, looking for a foul call. Doesn't get it. Looks like Chicago's running out of ideas to go to here. They get it into Levine. He's got it in the left corner. Now puts up the three. Misses it. Van Vliet snatches the rebound. Here comes Siakam, left side of the court. Caruso's going to pick him up. This has not been a good matchup for Caruso all night. Kicks it out to Van Vliet, puts up a deep three, and swishes it. Toronto came to play. It's now a 19-point lead for Toronto. Randall's going to be fine. He's going to be ready. Shake and bake. Some Kaz meat on the grill. I'm starting to lean towards you, Susan. Starting to lean towards your side. I think Randall's gonna be ready for game one. I think Randall's gonna be ready for game one. Will he be 100%? I don't know, but I think he's gonna be ready for game one. Randall will be rusty the first game back, but look for him to have a big series against Mobley. Yeah, I could see him being really rusty. That's true. I didn't even really think about that, considering how many games he's been off. I could see him being rusty. And another pocket pass to Pirtle, cutting towards the basket for an easy layup off the pick and roll. It's happened all game, time after time. And Levine just loses the handle. Van Vliet picks it up. Siakam has it, kicks it over to Van Vliet. Van Vliet has it. Pat Williams coming out to guard him. Couple of mismatches here in transition. Siakam attacking Levine off the dribble, throws it off the glass. Bad shot. Looked like he was expecting Levine to reach in there. Kind of just threw it up. Chicago with the rebound though. Kobe White has it. Over to Pat Williams in the corner. They get it into the post with Vucevic being guarded by Siakam. It's backing him down. Spins over the left shoulder, puts it up with the right hand, and comes up way short. Excellent defense from Siakam there, not the foul. Van Vliet has it. Half spin, gets into the paint. Foul call on Vucevic up top on the blocking foul. Maybe sit him game one. If we lose, then maybe game two is a better way to go. We'll see, depending on how far he goes. It's hard for us to really talk about that because we don't know how healthy he is. Like if he's 90%, 100% give it a go. Even if he's 80%, I'm saying give it a go. If he's 70%, then I think you go that way, Peter, where you maybe talk about sitting him for game one and maybe ramping him up and getting him ready for game two, because I believe there's 3 days in between before the next game. They have 2 days off, and then the third day would be the game. So he would have a little bit more time if he sat game one, but if he's ready to go, got to get out there, especially to shake off the rust, which is something I didn't really even think about. DeRozan coming down, keeps it himself, gets all the way to the basket, able to lay it up and in. It's still, now it's only 16. Van Vliet kicks it in the corner, over to Anunoby, who pump fakes, driving it in, leaves it back off of Van Vliet, who puts up the three, wide open. Comes off the back rim. Back out to Van Vliet, straightaway three this time. Misses it again. Vucevic able to snatch down the rebound. Now over to Levine, who's driving it down, kicks it in the corner to Pat Williams, who puts up the three, comes up short. Van Vliet with the rebound. Van Vliet driving it down to his left. Little hesitation dribble. Pump fake, gets Kobe White in the air, leans in, gets the foul call. Going to the line for two. Toronto getting anything they want. It's just coming down to whether or not they're knocking down the shots. The Bulls struggling to score this quarter, yeah. Yeah, they are. Toronto's definitely turning it up a little bit, but also Chicago's just does not have good offensive process right now. Let them sweat it out because you know the Knicks fire is coming. Never know who's bringing the matches. True. I don't think they would make a ruling on that until like the day of the game. Like he'll probably be listed for game one as a game time decision, right? And then whether he plays or not will obviously be determined by the doctors and how ready he is, how ready the ankle I should say is, because I think he'll be ready. It's just how ready the ankle will be. Vucevic, good contest at the basket, gets it out to DeRozan. Now to Levine in the corner with pump fakes, driving it all the way to the basket. Tries to finish. He does. And gets the and one over Siakam. And here comes Chicago. It's only 13 with Levine at the line. Possibility of cutting it to 12. It's a tough move from Levine there. Levine able to convert the three-point play. Scotty Barnes in the paint, able to finish over DeRozan easily on a mismatch. Kobe White attacking, kicks it to Pat Williams in the corner, goes to the baseline and throws down a hammer over Pirtle, who's just a little late. Good idea letting the Cavs guessing and being unprepared. Yeah. It's hard to prepare both ways. For Randall to play and then for Randall not to play. And a blocking foul on DeRozan. Is it loud in that arena like the Garden? Does not sound all that loud into Toronto. Hard, obviously, to tell through the commentary that ESPN is providing. Hard to tell the crowd noise, but like we're halfway through the third quarter there, and they just showed a shot, and there's a bunch of missing seats, like pretty close to the court, behind the Chicago bench, bunch of empty seats, and it's not because people are up getting refreshments or anything. We're halfway through the quarter here. People should be in their seats, and they are empty. Wow, there's a lot of empty seats in there for a play-in game. A game that should have playoff intensity. Caruso spots up on the left wing, wide open. Rattles in and out. Can't get it to go down. Would have cut it to 10. Would have been a big shot for Caruso. Siakam has him on the right wing. He's backing him down. Backing Caruso down. Now kicks it out to Van Vliet. Pump fakes. He's in the paint. Has to kick it back out to Siakam, who puts up the long two. Knocks it down. The Raptors are just taking this game. Yeah, I think it would take a lot for Chicago to come all the way back. I think they can make a little run, but just like that, Levine gets hung up. DeRozan gets hung up in the air and just throws it away. Here's Anunoby. I'm getting all my names wrong. Anunoby all the way in transition and finishes with the left hand. Here comes Kobe White with Van Vliet guarding him to get in along the right baseline to Vucevic, who just spots up and knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Nothing like the Garden noise. Yeah, I don't think there's anything like the Garden. I think the only thing that came close to it was Oracle Arena. But now there is no Oracle Arena. Now it's the Chase Center. Anunoby has it. They get it to Pirtle at the free throw line. He has it in the pose and gets stripped by Kobe White. Here comes DeRozan, middle of the court. Anunoby guarding him. In and out dribble, pull up jumper, comes up short. Van Vliet with the rebound and gets hit by DeRozan. It's a foul. DeRozan visibly very upset with the refereeing so far. Van Vliet knocks down the first one. Puts the lead back up to 15. Slowly, Toronto started to build this lead back up. Misses the second one. Stuck at 16. Kobe White has it with Gary Trent Jr. guarding him. Into Vucevic. Pirtle guarding him. Back out to Kobe White on the right wing. Kobe White guarding. Driving. Kicks it out to Pat Williams on the left wing. Spots up for a wide open three. Can't get it. Siakam skies high for the rebound. Over to Van Vliet on the left wing. Crosses back over to his left and gets tipped. The ball gets tipped from behind by Levine, and it's out of bounds. So the ball is going to go back to Toronto here. Chris Boucher checks into the court. Canadians save the noise for hockey? Possibly. I wouldn't know. Possibly. I can see it. They get it into Gary Trent Jr. He goes to the baseline for a pull-up jumper off the inbound pass and gets swatted out of bounds from Pat Williams. See, I didn't know Earl Watson, who formerly was the head coach of the Suns, was an assistant coach for Nick Nurse on the Raptors bench. I did not know that. Boucher has it up top to Pirtle with Vucevic guarding him. He's driving it to his left. Lost the ball. Now hands it off to Siakam. Puts up the long two. Can't get it. Vucevic with the rebound. Outlet out to Caruso. He's driving it down the left side of the court. Drops it off for Vucevic, who now hands it off to Kobe White on the left wing. Kobe White keeps it, gets it into Vucevic, spots up long two, off the back rim, can't get it. Caruso fighting for the rebound. He saves it and gets it into Vucevic. And Siakam fouls Vucevic. Excellent hustle and effort from Caruso there to save the possession. There was some trade deadline buzz about acquiring Anunoby, but he's shooting just 30% in this game, and they wanted a ton of assets for him. True. I think the Knicks were interested in Anunoby as a really nice piece in the same way that Josh Hart is a really nice piece. And I think they offered probably a first-round pick and Cam Reddish and maybe another thing. And I think Toronto was like, nah, we want a bunch of picks and some more young players. And the Knicks were like, yeah, okay. So I think there was buzz about acquiring Anunoby, but a lot of teams were hovering around that situation, wondering if Anunoby could be had. Because he's one of the best perimeter players, one of the best perimeter defenders, in the league. But his offensive inconsistencies hurts the team. And we already have a guy like that. Although he's not that defensively, he's not as inconsistent offensively as Anunoby has proven to be. Now, do you prefer Anunoby versus RJ? Anunoby also misses a bunch of games. RJ's an Iron Man, and Anunoby is a lot older than RJ so far. At the beginning of the year, lots of people had Chicago, Atlanta, and Toronto ahead of the Knicks. Yeah, they had the Knicks finishing outside of the play-in. They had the Knicks finishing like 11th to 12th in the standings. And the Knicks are 5th. And they're 5th. Really proving everybody wrong. It's a 16-point lead for the Toronto Raptors here. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Can Chicago mount the low and come back? I doubt it. They have hit 2 threes in this game. I said earlier in the game, man, Chicago's getting a bunch of open looks from 3. They just haven't been able to convert them. When they convert them, they'll be in this game. And they've just continued to misfire. 2 for 17. Not the time to go cold. Although 17 is not enough threes to be taken. That's what happened when Caruso, Beverly, and DeRozan are all low volume, low percentage shooters for 3. The only good 3-point shooters you have in your team are LaVine and Kobe White, and they're all pretty much self-created 3-point shooters. So disrespectful. It was disrespectful. It was. 100%. Agree with you, Randy. LaVine driving it down, gets foul call. I think we're going to start seeing a bunch of fouls being called now, and the game's really going to slow down. What could the Knicks have done better this year to have gotten the 4th seed? Play better at the start of the year. I think we all forget how not good and inconsistent they were at the start of the year. I believe they're 10-13 at one point through 23 games. That's a quarter of the season. And they were 10-13. They were losing a lot of games they should have won. But that's kind of the nature of the season, right? I think the Knicks are the kind of team that really put it all together, started trending in the right direction, right? They got better and better and better as the year went on. And by the end of the year, it was like, oh yeah, this team, the 5th seed, could have been the 4th seed if they had figured some of this stuff out earlier in the season. But better late than never. Derrick Jones Jr. is now in the game for the Bulls. He's guarding Van Vliet out on the perimeter now on a switch. Kicks it over to Barnes. Barnes drives the baseline. Pat Williams keeping him contested. And contests his right hook perfectly from Pat Williams there. Really impressive. And a blocking foul on Van Vliet. So now Chicago's going to the line. Getting hard at the beginning of the year. That's a good point, Randy. Also, if you guys remember, Grimes didn't start at the beginning of the year. He had the ankle injury, and then even when he came back, he wasn't even in the rotation for whatever reason. We started Fournier at the beginning of the year. So there was a lot of figuring out we had to do. And Pat Williams and Caruso able to force a turnover on the perimeter, just being good physical defenders. And Toronto just loses it out of bounds. Pat Williams came into the game. I told you I really like the way Pat Williams played in that first half. He's really changed the way this game is felt here. LaVine puts up a contested long two, knocks it down. Chicago. And an offensive foul, Toronto, who couldn't inbound the ball. Pushing off on Caruso was denying Van Vliet. And it's only an 11-point game. They can cut it to single digits. I wasn't sure if Toronto could mount a comeback, and they still haven't hit a three, but they're slowly chipping away at it, and it's starting with their defense. Pat Williams came into the game and really started mucking things up in a good way. Chicago needs an inbound here. They get it into Caruso. Quickly passes it out to LaVine. Being guarded by Scotty Barnes up top. LaVine looks like he's trying to go one-on-one. Hesitation dribble. Kicks it out to Pat Williams, who's driving it in. Now back out to LaVine. Wide open three, and he gets one to go down. There it is. It's an 8-point game off the three-pointer from LaVine. He's got 14 this quarter. Driving their offense here, but Caruso and Pat Williams have picked their defense up. LaVine now switches on to Van Vliet up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's going one-on-one. Hesitation dribble, step back, high arcing three, and it goes in over LaVine. Big shot from Van Vliet. Here comes LaVine, driving it down. Stepping back, Boucher switches onto him. They bring a double team, crosses over to his left. It goes along the baseline, goes reverse, gets blocked by Pirtle. Pat Williams came flying in for a putback dunk. It hits off the back rim. Here comes Van Vliet going the other way, and he's fouled by Caruso. Just like that, Toronto snatching back a little momentum from Chicago. Grimes made all the difference. He did. I feel like he kind of made the most sense in that starting lineup. He provided the defense we needed and the shooting that we supposedly were supposed to get from Fournier. You need two-way players on your teams. And I think Grimes fit the bill perfectly. Fournier did not. He was an offensive-only guy. Van Vliet able to convert one of the free throws. It's 69-81, 12-point lead for Toronto. What was a 23-point lead. Able to chip away at it from Chicago. LaVine driving it down, gets an and one over Boucher. LaVine has been in attack mode. Big task, welcome back. Big task, welcome back. Chicago's just starting to mount a little comeback here. Levine at the line, converts the 3-point play. It's now a 9-point deficit. 9-point deficit. Under 40 seconds to go here in the third. Van Vliet walking it down. Coming to his left off a Boucher screen. Desunmu guarding him. Levine picks him up. Back to Van Vliet with Levine guarding him. Van Vliet going to his right. Gets downhill. Throws it back out to Barnes, who spots up for a left wing three. Way long. Loose ball. And Pat Williams almost came up with it, but it's out of bounds on Pat Williams. So Van Vliet, Toronto has to inbound it here. Gets it in the Barnes. On the left corner, he dribbles it back out. There's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hands it back off to Van Vliet. Van Vliet with the Sunmu on him. He's putting the moves on the Sunmu, going one-on-one, driving it down to his left, leans back, tough shot, airballed it again on the tip-ins. And it's a shot clock violation. 3.6 remaining in the third quarter. No, they put it back up to 4.5. And the ball is stuck on top of the backboard. I hate both teams, but I want Chicago to lose. Yeah, I don't particularly like either team. I don't really care, to be honest. They get it into Levine. He's driving it down, feels the bump, just throws it up. Off the backboard. That's the end of the quarter. So Chicago, not going away quietly, not going out without a fight. Pretty respectable. Pretty respectable of Chicago. They're struggling with their perimeter shots, but they're putting their head down, getting to the basket now. Levine had a huge third quarter. Able to cut what was a 20-plus point lead. Down to single digits, down to 9. Pretty impressive. Chicago's losing, and I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't particularly have a dog in this fight. In terms of like the players I like Pat Williams a lot. I think he's a fun, interesting role player. Yeah. In terms of Toronto, I guess that's the only player I really like who's getting minutes for Chicago. Now, in terms of Toronto, players I like, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to go with Chicago on this one, just because I like Pat Williams. He's the only player I really like in this game right now. I don't really care for either team. Don't really care for either team. I think Toronto's the better team, but not by much. Michael Jordan is rooting for his beloved team right about now. I'm not gonna lie a bit. I don't know how much Michael Jordan cares about the Chicago Bulls. I don't know how much Michael Jordan cares about the Chicago Bulls. I know he's an owner, but you never see him. I know he's the owner of the Hornets, but you never see him repping Chicago anything. Whoever gonna give the Bucks a hard time? I doubt it, Randy. I think it's gonna be a 4-game sweep from the Bucks. I think they're gonna sweep whoever is the 8th seed. I think the only team that could give them trouble is if Miami wins the next game and gets that 8th seed. But I don't think either Chicago or Toronto can match up with Milwaukee. Right about now, the Bulls' wives are already packing for a Disney World trip. Probably. Probably. They're probably like, come on. Come on, lose. We want to go on vacation. And man, which players on these rosters would you want on the Knicks team? Probably just Pat Williams, personally. I know that was a question meant for Susan and Med, but I also feel the need to answer that. Probably just Pat Williams, maybe Caruso, but that's it, really. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I got. All right, let's get to it. Siakam able to score. Pat Williams has it out of the corner, drives the baseline. They bring a little soft double. They leave him. He puts up the three, and he rattles it in. Look at Pat Williams. This is a nice big game for Pat Williams, man. I'm impressed. He's now guarding Siakam full court, applying some pressure. Now Anunoby has it up top. Now Van Vliet has it up top. He's driving to his left off of Anunoby screen. They get it over to Siakam with Pat Williams guarding him. He's driving it to his left, gets into the paint, and gets blocked from behind. And Achua was right there with the offensive rebound and putback. Kobe White almost had his strip, almost throws it away. He does throw it away. Pat Williams tried to save it, but he couldn't get it in before he stepped out of bounds. Van Vliet or Trent Jr.? I just don't like either of their defense, to be honest, personally. Anunoby crosses over, but then gets blocked by DeRozan going to the basket. But Achua, again, right place, right time, got the offensive rebound and gets fouled on the putback attempt. So he's going to the line for two. Ten-point deficit for Chicago here in the fourth quarter. Achua with the first free throw, switches it. Achua's got one more coming. Push the lead to 12. He does just that. Here comes DeRozan. Bringing it down. Anunoby guarding him. Gets it over to Levine on the left wing. Achua's guarding him. Interesting matchup. Levine drives it right past him. Switches to the left hand. Can't finish. But they call a foul for Levine. Caruso was able to tip it up and in. But it doesn't count. Levine's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. I wonder if the Knicks are hesitant to face either the Bucks or the Raptors in the second round. To be honest, I don't think the Knicks really care. I think they would be hesitant to face the Bucks because they're the best team in the East. But I don't think the Knicks would really care. I think they would just be happy to be in the second round and like ready to compete. I don't think they'd be hesitant to play anybody. Levine's got one more free throw and he knocks it down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Pat Beverly checks back in. Van Vliet bringing it down. Wow, they took Pat Williams out of the game. Why? That is insane to me. Trent Jr. has it, steps back, doesn't have anything, forced to kick it back out to Van Vliet. He's got now kicks it cross court to Gary Trent Jr. Spots up for three, can't get it, loose ball. But there's a foul on the Bulls, boxing out Siakam, who's the lone Raptor down, surrounded by 4 Chicago Bulls. And there's a foul call on Chicago on Siakam. So Van Vliet has it up top. Beverly guarding him. It's coming to his left off on a true screen. Vucevic forced to switch on to him. Van Vliet putting the moves on him. Step back long two. High arcing air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation, out of bounds. Doesn't matter. Essentially a turnover for the Toronto Raptors there on the air ball shot from Van Vliet. I like to have a chew on the Knicks because he's precious. That's hilarious. I'm sure that's the first time he's ever heard that. Caruso spots up for an open right wing three. Can't get it, but the rebound goes right back to him. Over to Vucevic, who throws in a nice low floater along the baseline. I can't believe Pat Williams is out of this game. He's a huge reason why they came back in. Pat Beverly comes up behind and blocks Anunoby at the basket. Levine dribble pulls up transition three and knocks it down, and it's a 5-point game. Wow. And Chicago started to knock down some perimeter jumpers, and guess what? It's gotten them back in the game. I like the Pelicans next game. Who are the Pelicans playing again? Oh, the Thunder? Yeah. 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 I could see the Pelicans, yeah. I'd probably pick the Pelicans. They did it last year. Um, Thunder, probably a little too young. But it could just take one could just take one big SGA game and he could go. That was a mean shot from Zach LaVine. It was. It was. That was a ballsy shot. They get a nice defensive stop, right? Get a block, ignites their fast break transition play, and Zach LaVine keeps it all the way, dribbles it to the right wing, pull up three, and he cashes it. That's a huge shot. That's an incredibly difficult and ballsy shot to take for him. Very impressed. Impressed with that shot. Impressed with the shot making all around. What is LaVine up to? It don't matter. LaVine is up to 31. I mean, he came through with 31. DeRozan only was 16. He struggled tonight. Can't get to the line. LaVine started to get to the line. He's 9 for 11 from the free throw line. I can't believe they took Pat Williams out of this game, man. He was hooping. He was hooping. Pelicans are going to play hard. They want in. They do. They do. Especially because they'll have 2 picks. They have their own pick and the Lakers pick. So they have no incentive of not winning this game and going into the lottery. They have no incentive of doing it. Just win the game. Here we go. Van Vliet has it up top. Beverly guarding him. Coming to his left. He's still keeping it. Now they get it to Siakam with Caruso guarding him. He's backing him down, backing him down. They bring a double, and Siakam throws it away. Levine has it. He's out in transition. Van Vliet, the lone defender. And there's a foul on Van Vliet or somebody. And he's going to the line. I thought this looked like it was goaltended. No, I guess it wasn't. See the replay on this side? Yeah, I guess it wasn't. So Levine's at the line for 2. Knocks down the first one. Cuts it to a 4-point game. 8.5 remaining in the fourth. That's an eternity. Eternity in the NBA. It's a game again. And I didn't think it would be. This game is headed for triple overtime. Remember that double overtime game with the Celtics? I hope not. Levine knocks down both. Anunoby has it up top with Levine guarding him. Coming to his left. Hands it off to Siakam. Levine now goes up to guard Siakam. Now gets it to Pirtle. Hands it back off to Siakam, who's driving it to his left. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Zach Levine. Van Vliet has it, throws it in the Barnes. He's got DeRozan guarding him. Driving towards the baseline, spins the other way. Beverly comes from behind and comes up with a steal. They throw it up ahead to Levine. Levine has it. Step back. It's going to be a long 2 at his foot on the line. Comes up short. And Van Vliet able to pick up the rebound. That's a bad shot from Levine. I know it's a heat check, but that's a bad shot. Barnes has it. Throws a cross court to Siakam. Siakam driving. Beverly is guarding him on the mismatch. He drives it in. Leaves it off of Pirtle. Pirtle leans in. Throws up the floater. Knocks it down. I don't know why they took Pat Williams out of this game, man. I know I've said it probably a million times at this point, but that's just a bad decision. DeRozan driving to his left, gets into the paint, finishes. Looked like through contact too, no foul call. But it's only a 3-point game. Chicago has all the chance in the world here to pull this one out. They throw it in the corner to Barnes. He's got it in the right corner, back up top to Van Vliet. He's got it on the right wing. He's got Booch guarding him. He drives the pass, throws the lob, but misfire on the pass, way off. And it's a turnover. Chicago has it, driving down. Caruso driving it all the way down. Finishes with the left hand. Siakam didn't even challenge him at the basket. It's a 1-point game. Siakam bringing it down. He's coming to his right off a Barnes screen. DeRozan switches onto him. He's got it up top. Now he's driving to his right with Beverly on him, who switches onto him. Siakam backing him down. Beverly falls down, flopping, looking for a foul call. No call. Siakam able to hit the foul line jumper. DeRozan bringing it down. Anunoby guarding him. Over to Vucevic, who's driving it towards the baseline. Gets around Pirtle. They kick it out. Over to Caruso. Corner 3. And he knocks it down. Siakam a little too late to close as Chicago did a good job moving the ball around the perimeter there. And Barnes drives it down, and there's a foul on Beverly and one. And one. Scotty Barnes all the way to the basket. Bad foul from Pat Beverly, who just put his arms out. And Scotty Barnes able to finish through the contact. We're going to get a Toronto timeout here. Big Task got been banned from every Pelicans live stream due to what the Knicks did to their team. Big Task. Are you allowed in any streams, Big Task? Must be strange for DeRozan to be playing over there in Toronto. Probably, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been, what, 4 years now since that? Right? Right? 2019? Right? He was traded the summer before the 2019 season. So it's been like a little over 4 years at this point that he hasn't played in Toronto. So it can't be that weird. It's been a long time. Two-point game. Who do we trust down the stretch? Do we trust DeRozan and Levine, or do we trust Siakam and Van Vliet? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the Bulls are going to shoot themselves out of this game. They're also having a hard time guarding them. I'd probably take DeRozan now and put Pat Williams back in. And I would just be like, we're going all defense here. You need Vooch in there because he's a big body to contest Pirtle, and he's a good rebounder. So you got to keep Vooch in there. Got to keep Levine in there because he's one of the only guys who's got it going offensively. You got to keep Caruso in there because he's your best perimeter defender. And he's had a really big impact in the second half, and he's a good ball mover. And then so it comes down to, do you take out Beverly or do you take out DeRozan for Pat Williams? Because I feel like Pat Williams is aside from Levine, has probably been the best player tonight for Chicago. The second best player tonight for Chicago. And yet he's going to finish this game on the bench. Not good enough. Not good enough. I'd probably take Beverly out. I'd probably take Beverly out because DeRozan can close. He's a big offensive talent. I trust him down the stretch. So I'd probably take Beverly out. I'd put Pat Williams in there. Siakam with a light 26, 7, and 6. And an Obi 2 for 7 from 3. 3 for 8 from the line. 3 for 6 for Siakam. Wow, everyone's missed free throws. Van Vliet's 3 for 6. There's your game right there. 15 for 28 from the free throw line. A little over 50%. Whoa. Whoa. I'm so happy that Knicks fans don't have to go through the play-in stress. True. True. Barnes at the line. Misses his free throw. Misses his one free throw. Barnes, he's got it back. They get it into Pirtle. Vucevic tips it away, and Caruso comes up with it. He's driving it all the way down against Van Vliet and lays it up and in. As Van Vliet just kind of waves him towards the basket. Now Van Vliet's bringing it down. Beverly guarding him. It's tied at 93. They came all the way back. We're more than halfway through the quarter. They throw the lob, and it's just way off. Caruso just takes it right out of the air. What a terrible pass for the Raptors there. DeRozan has it, coming to his right, between the legs dribble, pump fakes, puts up the long two, comes up well short, and Scotty Barnes able to pull down the rebound. Here he comes, bringing it down. DeRozan's going to pick him up. He's coming to his left, off a Pirtle screen, and an offensive foul on Pirtle. DeRozan bringing it down. Now over to Levine. Levine crossing over to his left, stepping back, over to his right. Pocket pass to Vucevic. They kick it in the corner to Beverly. Spots up, puts up the corner three, and he swishes it at Beverly with a huge shot. They take a 3-point lead, 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. VanVleet has it. Toronto falling apart here. Driving to his left. He's got Beverly guarding him. Leans in, pump fake, leans in. Doesn't have anything. Out the Pirtle. Hands it back off to VanVleet. Drives the baseline. Tries to go with the up and under, but Siakam right there for the putback dunk over Vucevic. A little found money there for Toronto. Really struggling to find good offense here. LaVine has it up top. Barnes guarding him. Looks like he's trying to go one-on-one against him. Driving it to his right, stepping back. Now going back to the left, step back. Long fadeaway two with Barnes right in his face, and he swishes it. Tough shot from LaVine. 35 for LaVine, who's carried the Chicago offense for a majority of the game. Siakam has it up top with Caruso guarding him. He's coming to his right off a Barnes screen. DeRozan switches onto him. Now he's driving to his right. He throws it high up off the glass. Can't get it. Looking for a foul call. Now Barnes throws it up off the glass. He gets it as he fell down. Looked like maybe he was trying to draw a foul as well. But LaVine's going to bring it down. Vucevic comes out to set the screen. LaVine driving down. Drops it off to DeRozan. He throws it down over Barnes. Both teams going back and forth. And a timeout for the Raptors. Chicago now getting whatever they want offensively. They can't stay in front of LaVine. He's breaking down their defense, and they're getting easy buckets out of it. Two more assists for VanVleet, and he has a triple-double as a PG, yeah? He's not having a very good fourth quarter, though, here. I like VanVleet. I'm not a big VanVleet fan myself. I think he's really inconsistent, and his percentages are just awful. And not good percentages. If RJ drives you crazy, watching VanVleet on a nightly basis would make you guys go clinically insane. And we're back, just like that. Oh, man. Been a long day. I'm going to end it off with this really entertaining game here. Barnes has it. Hands it off to VanVleet. Puts up the three off the handoff. Hits off the back rim. Can't get it. Gary Trent Jr. gets the long rebound. Back to VanVleet. He's got Vucevic guarding him. He pulls it back out. Looks like he wants to go one-on-one up top. Putting the moves on him. Step back. Long three. High arcing. Swishes it this time. Big shot from VanVleet. Ties it at 100. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Billy Donovan calls a timeout now. And we're back to another commercial break. We had one possession there. And we're back to a timeout. Okay. I wish VanVleet would change his name to VanFleet to make it easier on us. Yeah, I don't entirely disagree. There's 6 people in this chat and haven't liked this chat so far. Let's get those likes up to 20. I appreciate it, but it's clear that people really only show up for Knicks games. But it's fine. I kind of like hanging out with you guys. Even if it's just the like 10 or so of us. It's fine. I don't really do this right now for the numbers. You know? That stuff will work itself out the more effort I put into the chain. But for right now, we're focused on playoff games, so not a big deal to me. Here we go. DeRozan bringing it down. It's win or go home tonight. If you lose, you're out of the play-in entirely. If you win, you got another night. DeRozan picked up his dribble, almost turned it over, but now LaVine has it up top. He's got 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Van Vliet guarding him. LaVine drives it down, goes for the layup, high off glass over Scotty Barnes and converts. Van Vliet bringing it down now. 2:30 remaining in the fourth. Van Vliet pulls it back out. Being guarded by Caruso. They get it up top to Siakam. Beverly guarding him. Driving it to his left, middle of the paint. They kick it out to a wide open Anunoby. Extra pass to Gary Trent Jr. Good shooter, wide open. Can't convert. DeRozan comes flying in for the rebound. Uh-oh. DeRozan has it on the left wing. Anunoby guarding him. DeRozan driving it middle of the court to his right. Lean, double clutches in the air and able to convert the layup over Anunoby. 4-point lead for Chicago. 2 minutes to go in the game. Both teams struggling. Not really. Toronto really struggling to get good offensive possessions here. Toronto's getting whatever they... Chicago getting whatever they want going towards the basket. Scotty Barnes almost turned it over, but they call a foul on Vucevic on a little reach-in. So Scotty Barnes at the line for 2. Could cut the lead to 2. He struggled from the free throw line all game. And he continues to struggle as he misses the first one. He's got one more coming. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Scotty Barnes able to convert the second one. Goes 1 for 2 at the line. It's a 3-point game. 1 possession. 1:45 remaining in the fourth. Can Chicago hold on after a big spirited comeback like this? DeRozan has it, driving to the middle of the court, gets into the paint, raises up, doesn't fire, gets to the Vooch, who can't get it. LaVine with the putback, way too strong, loose ball. Pat Beverly pulls it out, but it's a jump ball. Oh no, it's a foul. It's not a jump ball, it's a foul. Pat Beverly able to get the rebound, and he's fouled by Van Vliet, who was trying to fight him for the rebound. Just got here. So like, I appreciate it, Yak. I appreciate it. We're probably just gonna watch this East Coast game tonight. I'm very tired. I had a long day at work. But we'll be back for the final play-in games. I think they're on Friday. I don't think there's any games tomorrow. Can check real quick. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, there are no games. And then Friday, we got 2 games. Starting at 7. I'll remember that. Friday at 7 o'clock. Gotcha. And then Saturday, we're off to the races, everybody. 6 p.m. ESPN. Don't be late. You know where we're going to be. Can't wait. I'm so happy we don't have to go through what the Raptors and Bulls fans are going through right now. Oh, man. I'm supremely happy to be in the playoffs and not have to compete in the play-in. Especially because they're fighting for the 7 and 8 seeds, which means they would be playing Boston and Milwaukee in the first round. which I don't want any part of having to play both of them in the first round. Second round, sure, it happens. First round, come on. Come on. Don't know who could upset Milwaukee. I don't think anybody could upset Milwaukee. I have Milwaukee coming out of the East, personally. They changed the call from a foul to a jump ball. The Raptors challenged the call, and it was a successful challenge. If the Raptors lose, they might go through a rebuild next season, making it easier on the Knicks next season. They might. There was rumors that they might, just blow it up. Obviously, the Anunoby trade rumors, but also there was some whispers about VanVleet and whatnot. But I could see them blowing it up. I could. A lot of those veteran guys from the championship team are getting a little bit older. Might be time to cash in and get some trade pieces and start building around Scotty Barnes and maybe another higher pick if they tank next season. Although next season's draft not supposed to get it all. They get it into Vucevic. They get it out to Levine now up top. He's driving it to his right, step back, inside to Caruso, pump fakes, leans in, eye off glass, can't get it. Pirtle with the rebound. Quick outlet to VanVleet, is pushing in transition to the right. Pull up transition three. Rims in and out. Fight for the rebound. Pat Bev comes flying in. Ooh, that's a big shot from VanVleet. In transition, pull up three. Don't know if I like that one. Levine has it. Scotty Barnes guarding him. We've got a minute to go. Levine looks like he's going to go one-on-one against Barnes. One dribble, pull up three over Barnes. Can't get it. Loose ball. VanVleet comes up with it. Don't like that shot either. Siakam driving to his right, gets fouled on the pass from Siakam. But they're in the bonus, so it doesn't matter. Siakam's going to the line for two. See, I like that play from Siakam. Put your head down, make a play happen, get into the paint. At least get a paint touch. The pull-up three from Levine, and before that, the pull-up three from VanVleet. Don't love those shots, man. Don't love those shots. You have time in the shot clock to get something different. Siakam able to convert the first free throw. 104, 102 now. Facing the Bucks in the first round, just bring a broom and a sweep. True. Levine able to come up with the loose ball and the rebound after Siakam misses the second free throw. It's a clutch miss. 104-102, Chicago holds a 2-point lead. They kick it out to DeRozan. DeRozan has it, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to go one-on-one against Anunoby. Drives it to his right, gets into the paint, fades back, comes up short, but a foul call on Anunoby on the DeRozan jump shot. Toronto already used their challenge. They can't challenge it. The foul call. DeRozan going to the line for two here. We know DeRozan's automatic from the free throw line. Can he push it to a two possession game? Get a 4-point lead. Misses the first one. Oh, I spoke too soon. DeRozan's got one more coming. Can he at least push it to three? And he does. He rattles the second one in, and it's going to be a timeout. Under 30 seconds to go. 28.7 seconds remaining. Chicago holds a 3-point lead over Toronto. Toronto has not had any luck making threes here in the fourth quarter. VanVleet did previously make one off the dribble, going one-on-one against Vucevic on a step-back triple, but I don't know. They're having a tough time generating good shots here. I mean, all credit in the world goes to Levine. I would say it goes to Levine, Caruso, a little bit of Pat Bev, but a lot of it to Pat Williams off the bench. when you look at the stat line, 10 points, 4 for 12 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but 2 steals, 2 blocks is extremely impressive off the bench. I thought his defensive tenacity and effort in that third quarter, even in that second quarter, but mostly in that third quarter, really turned the game around for Chicago, gave them life again. And then once he gave them life defensively, LaVine was able to pick it up offensively, put his head down, get to the basket. 37 big points for LaVine. 37. That's huge. 12 for 22 overall, extremely efficient. Not all that efficient from 3, but extremely efficient from the line, 11 for 13. The Raptors have taken 33 free throws to the Bulls' 18. And the Bulls have made 14 free throws, and Chicago and Toronto's only hit 3 more at 17. Wow. Wow. Okay, we're back. Toronto has the inbounded here along their sideline. We've got Van Vliet, Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, and Anunoby. Siakam has it up top. Pat Williams is back into the game. He's guarding Siakam. In and out dribble, coming to his right, gets all the way downhill, throws it down over LaVine. And it's a 1-point game. That was way too easy. And timeout from the Bulls. I don't know why you bring in Pat Williams now when you haven't played him the whole fourth quarter. You've gone with Pat Bev for pretty much the entirety of the quarter. Just stay with what got you here. It's not like guys are tired, right? Leave the quicker, smaller guard on him. It's been good. Frank, good game? Yeah, it's been a pretty good game. Pretty entertaining. Can't lie. It wasn't all that entertaining when Toronto went up 20 plus and Chicago really had no answers for that. But since then, it's been very entertaining, especially with Chicago coming back the way they have, starting it defensively. Anytime a team comes back by picking up the defensive tenacity, it's always entertaining and impressive, right? It's not as impressive when a team just gets hot from 3 and that spearheads a big comeback. The way Chicago did it tonight, I'm really impressed. Pat Williams is a dog the Knicks could use. They could use Pat Williams. I think they've got enough dogs, honestly. But I think they could use Pat Williams. I think he's got untapped potential, man. Temperature went up in that fourth quarter. I know, Frank. I know. It's crazy. Please, Raptors, buy Bulls, Susan. Pulling for the Raptors? Okay. Could go either way. It's a 1-point game. They get it into LaVine. LaVine driving along the baseline, and he's stripped up by Anunoby. So LaVine's going to the line for 2. He was driving along the baseline. He was awfully close to stepping out of bounds. But they call a trip on Anunoby here. And he does. He did get tripped by Anunoby there. Yeah, he got tripped by Anunoby. He did. The feet got a little tangled up. Anunoby did have his arm on his hip. It's a good call. LaVine's got 2. He's 11 for 13 at the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Smoothly and calmly. LaVine's got one more coming. He could push the lead to 3, put a ton of pressure on Toronto. 17.9 seconds remaining here in the fourth. LaVine knocks down both free throws. And Toronto's going to use his final timeout. using your final timeout could also mean this is your last chance. Bulls got another chance anyway. Well, it's a 2-point game. Or not a 2-point game. It's a 3-point game. 107-104. Chicago with the lead. Toronto has the ball now. They called their last timeout, so they're going to be able to advance it and inbound it along the sideline. The question is, do you go for the 3 or do you continue to play the 2-point game, foul, guard, try to get a steal in the inbound? But I don't know. They haven't necessarily been marksmen in this fourth quarter. Who's winning tonight, Thunder or Pelicans? A couple of people said the Pelicans early, and I think I got to agree. I think I got to agree with the Pelicans. Yeah, Megan's got the Pelicans. Oh, no, Megan got the Thunder. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Siakam has it up top. Pat Williams guarding him. James Williams calls no shot. Siakam pump faked, leaned in, tried to throw a shot up at the basket on Caruso. They called the foul, but on the floor. They say unnatural shooting motion. So the foul is going to be on the ground, so Siakam's going to go to the line for 2. And they're giving Siakam, they change it. They're giving Siakam 3 shots. That's not a natural shooting motion. I don't know how they can give you 3 shots on that. So Siakam is at the line for 3 free throw attempts. Frolian, what's up, Frolian? Cavs in 6. I don't know about that, big dog. Siakam knocks down the first one. Toronto's really struggled at the free throw line tonight. Can Siakam hit 3 in a row here? It was a perfect free throw in that first one. Siakam, this is the second one. Oh. Do you miss this and go for the rebound? Do you make it? Put the pressure on Chicago to make free throws? What do you do here? What do you do here? Looks like he's going to try and make it. And he misses it. Vucevic with the rebound, and that's going to end the game. Missed free throws killed Toronto tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Hope to see Spike Lee Saturday. Do the Right Thing, my all-time favorite movie. That's a pretty good choice. Do the Right Thing, the great movie. If Spike Lee is anything, he's a master filmmaker. I've consistently been impressed with how good his films are, honestly. Even his older ones. Vucevic able to knock down his 2. It's a 4-point game. This is pretty much over. Siakam has it, leans in, kicks it back out to Van Vliet. He pump fakes, throws up a leaning in 3, misses it, and Siakam misses it, and that's it. And Chicago's able to pull it out over a 20-point deficit and they storm back to steal this game in Toronto. Now they got to go to Miami in order to get the 8th seed. Now they have to go to Miami. Impressive win from Chicago. I'm impressed. Siakam always chokes. Yeah, he's not a number one. Siakam not a number one. Wow. What a complete choke by Toronto here with all the missed free throws. Like, give Chicago credit for coming back the way they did. Missed free throws destroyed Toronto tonight. Yeah, the Bulls won after being down. Yeah. They were down by, like, I think at most 23 at one point. Knicks in 7, triple overtime clincher. That would be amazing. Game 7 being a triple overtime game. There's pizza time? Gross. It's not a pizza. Bulls play better against the Celtics? Probably would have been better at the 7th seed if we hadn't had a better season in order to get the 7th seed. Anyway, this is a very impressive game from Chicago. But that's going to be it for me. I'm very tired. Had a long day at work. Came right in, showered, didn't even really get to eat, and came right on stream to watch this game with y'all. I can't make it to Thunder Pelicans. I'm just not going to be able to make it. Too tired. But no games tomorrow. We'll be back on Friday, and then we're ready to go big time on Saturday. You already know, 6 o'clock, we're going to be here right on time. Ready to go. Nick Nurse just tendered his resignation to coach the Rockets because they are better shooting free throws. Maybe if the Rockets get that first pick. Maybe. DeRozan's revenge. He didn't even particularly have a good game, but he came up pretty clutch. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm tired. But that's it for me. Wow, I X'd that out by accident. Anyway, let me come back to it. I'm gonna end stream now, guys. It was fun hanging out with you guys again. Appreciate you guys who come through, even though they're not nicknames. I get it, but Big Rod, where were you, Big Rod? We were looking out for you, man. Congratulations. Now you get to go play Miami. Nice. But hold on, let me get this out of here. What's going on? Congratulations, Big Rod. Congratulations, man. All right. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to bed. Night, everybody. Bye.